I became a mother. Chapter 1. The Test. It was a cold Monday morning in New York City. I was sitting in the bathroom, staring at a small white stick. My hands were shaking. The second pink line slowly appeared. I was pregnant. Tears rolled down my cheeks. I didn't know if they were happy tears or scared tears. Maybe both. I was 26, recently married, and working as a nurse in a busy hospital. Life was already full. And now, I was going to be a mother. I walked out of the bathroom, holding the test in my hand. My husband, Jake, was sitting on the couch eating cereal. I stood in front of him. "What's wrong?" he asked, seeing my face. I showed him the test. He looked at it. His eyes went wide. "Are you serious?" he asked. I nodded. A moment passed. Then he smiled, stood up, and hugged me tight. "We're going to be parents," he whispered. I held on to him. My heart was beating fast. A new journey had begun. Chapter 2. 9 months of change. Pregnancy was not easy for me. The first 3 months were full of nausea and vomiting. I couldn't keep food down. Even the smell of coffee made me sick. I stopped working and stayed home. Jake was amazing. He cooked, cleaned, and took care of me. He read books about pregnancy and talked to my belly every night. As the months passed, I watched my body change. My belly grew round. I felt the baby move inside me. Small kicks, little flutters. A life growing inside me. At night, I lay awake, thinking, would I be a good mother? What if I made mistakes? What if I wasn't ready? But every time I felt the baby move, something inside me said, you can do this. Chapter 3. The Long Night. My due date was January 15th, but the baby had other plans. On a snowy night, January 3rd, I felt a sharp pain in my lower back. Then another. I looked at the clock. They were coming every 10 minutes. "It's time," I told Jake. He jumped out of bed, grabbed the hospital bag, and helped me into the car. The drive to the hospital felt long. The snow was falling hard. At the hospital, they checked me and said, "You're 4 centimeters dilated." The pain got stronger. Hours passed. I cried. I screamed. Jake held my hand the whole time. The nurses encouraged me. After 14 long hours, the doctor said, "It's time to push." With all my strength, I pushed. And then I heard it, a cry, a beautiful, loud cry. They placed the baby on my chest, a tiny, warm body, eyes closed, skin soft and pink. "It's a girl," the nurse said. I looked at her and cried. I had become a mother. Chapter 4. A new life begins. We named her Lily. The first few weeks were hard. I didn't sleep much. Lily cried a lot. I didn't know how to feed her or calm her. I felt lost. But every time I looked into her eyes, I felt love I had never known before. Jake helped every step of the way. We took turns feeding her and changing diapers. We learned together. Slowly, we got better. One night, I was holding Lily in my arms. She looked up at me and smiled. A real smile. My heart melted. I kissed her forehead and whispered, "I will love you forever." Chapter 5. Motherhoods Challenges. Motherhood was not always beautiful. There were days I cried from exhaustion. Days when I felt like I was failing. Lily got sick one night. She had a fever and was crying nonstop. I rushed her to the emergency room. I was scared out of my mind. The doctor said it was just a viral infection, but I stayed up all night watching her breathe. Being a mother meant worry. It meant giving everything without expecting anything in return. But it also meant joy in the smallest things. Her first word, her first steps, her laugh. Chapter 6. The First Birthday. Lily turned 1. We had a small party at home. Just close family and friends. I baked a cake shaped like a bunny. Lily smashed the cake with her tiny hands and laughed. Jake and I took pictures and hugged each other. Looking at her, I couldn't believe how much she had grown. From a small newborn to a happy little girl. And I had grown too. I was no longer just a woman. I was a mother. Chapter 7. Going back to work. After a year, I returned to work. It was hard leaving Lily at daycare. I cried the first day. I felt like I was missing important moments. But I also felt proud. I was a working mother. I was doing both, building a career and raising a child. Jake and I worked as a team. We shared responsibilities. Some days were messy, but we managed. At night, I cuddled Lily and told her stories. She would fall asleep in my arms, her breath soft and steady. Those were the best moments. Chapter 8. A Mother's Strength. One day, Lily fell from the couch and hurt her arm. We rushed to the hospital. It was a small fracture. I felt guilty. I cried in front of the doctor. "It happens," he said kindly. "You're doing great." I realized that mothers are not perfect. We try, we fail, we learn, but we never stop loving. And love gives us strength. Chapter 9. The Simple Joys. Lily loved dancing. She would spin around the living room, singing songs from cartoons. She loved flowers, rainbows, and pancakes. Every evening we went to the park. She ran around chasing butterflies. She called me Mama in the sweetest voice. And every time she hugged me with her little arms, I felt rich. Rich with love, rich with purpose. Chapter 10. A Letter to My Daughter. One night I wrote a letter to Lily. Dear Lily, the day you were born, my life changed. You made me a mother. You taught me love, patience, and strength. I promise to be there for you, to hold your hand through life, to laugh with you, cry with you, and cheer for you always. You are my heart. Love, Mom. I placed the letter in a box and kept it safe. Someday, when she's older, I'll give it to her. Chapter 11. Looking back. Years passed. Lily grew taller. She started school, made friends, learned to read. Every stage brought new challenges and new joys. One day, she came home from school and said, "Mama, I love you." And I smiled, because being her mother was the best thing I had ever done. Chapter 12. I became a mother. When I first saw that positive test, I was scared. But today, I know motherhood is not about being perfect. It's about love. It's about holding your child when they cry, smiling when you're tired, giving without asking. I became a mother, and in doing so, I became more than I ever thought I could be.